Welcome to the second episode of the Heart to Heart podcast. My name is Hafiz, and in this show, we, in the name of fun, get the opportunity to meet exciting guests and learn about their interesting, exciting life experiences. Today's special guest is my boy Timothy Spokes. He's an author, he's an influencer, and above all, he's a wonderful motivator and an even better human being. So, without further ado, let's get started. Let's hop right into it.
Hey yo, you ready?
Please don't make this complicated. What about the time we wasted on our love? I can't keep the things we traded.
All right, welcome to the second episode of Heart to Heart. My name's Hafiz, and today our special guest is my man Timothy Spokes. Welcome. Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself?
How y'all doing? First of all, big ups to you for starting this podcast. Big ups to you.
Thank you.
And for me, I'm just, I'm a regular dude. I'm just a guy straight from Brampton, Ontario, regular dude. Okay, and I used to make music. Well, I still kind of. And I guess at this point, people say I assume that I'm a TikToker, so I'm a TikToker, and yeah, I make weekly Instagram videos. I'm also an author at this point too. So that's kind of what I do. I also preach, so I'm pastor too. So we just do a lot of things overall. And
Nice.
yeah, I'm just really just in the world, to be honest.
Nice. Congratulations on the release of your book. We're going to dive into that a bit later. But for now, let's get started with the first segment. So for those of you who don't know, in this segment, what we're going to do is we have some randomly generated words. We have 3 words per question. We're each going to ask each other 5 questions, and we're going to have to incorporate those randomly generated words into the answer. So there's no restrictions as to how crazy these questions could be. Of course, keep it appropriate. But apart from that, let's go. Are you ready? You ready for the first question?
Yeah, go for them. So I make sure I got to incorporate those words, right?
That's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the question out. I'm going to read your words to you, and then you're going to answer it from there. And when it's your turn as well, so you're going to read the question to me and then the words as well, and then we're going to go from there. All right?
Okay.
Sweet. All right. First question for me. All right. So you've been given an elephant. All right. You can't give it away or sell it. What would you do with the elephant? And your words are fight, bucket, and maze.
So I got to make a sentence with those words in it, right?
That's correct. Or you could a response. It doesn't necessarily have to be one sentence, but a response.
Okay, so first of all, I'm about to fight the elephant. Not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
The elephant be acting up. I just be thinking they're tough and stuff with their little long noses. I think they're sick. I'm about to fight the elephant. What is it? And then the elephant's gonna come say you're looking like a bucket. But I'm gonna be like, listen. At the end of the day, the elephants need water from the bucket to drink. So at the end of the day, I kind of run the elephant. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I respect that.
I'm kind of confused, bro. Your thoughts are in a maze, bro. I don't understand. The thoughts are
Oh, you killed that, yo.
just all over.
Okay.
I don't understand why they're trying to act up, try to fight me. Cause I didn't give them a bucket of water. You're wild. I don't understand.
Bro,
It is.
bro, you killed that. You
Good.
killed that, yo.
But I'm good at improv. I'm really good at improv. Okay. I
That was
got.
amazing.
I
All
got.
right, let's go.
Say you're on an airplane.
Okay.
You signed up for bungee jumping,
Mhm.
but they didn't give you a parachute and kicked you out. What are you doing?
They kicked me out.
You out of the plane with no parachute. What are you doing?
Okay. First off, you gotta start out. Oh, do you want to say the words quickly? Okay.
Okay, and the 3 words is writer, childish, and hell.
Okay. First off, that is very challenging for them. Okay. You can't expect me to go up there without a parachute and expect me to jump down there. Listen, I was just a rider in that plane. Okay. I didn't do anything else like that. I just went there so I could ride the plane. The plane sounds pretty cool. All right. But they clearly don't care about my health if they try to throw me off a plane.
There we go.
Like, that's not cool.
There you go. You're sick. There you go. You did it. I'm proud.
Sweet.
I'm proud.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Let's get the next. All right, my next question for you. All right. So if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be and why? Your words are castle, pot, and haunt.
Honestly, for me, bro, you know those trees that are just beside castles sometimes, like those
Mm,
big trees, bro. Like you know, see those
okay.
scary movies, bro. Like the ones that can't fit in a pot, bro. Like those trees that are just
Mm,
big, bro. Like those trees are sick. I only one of those trees because when it comes down to Halloween time, I can haunt some kids. You feel me? Cause I'd be that
I
tree with
like that.
going like this haunting kids. You feel me? It'd be sick. So I'll
I
be
like
that.
that,
Yeah, I'm nice
bro.
at.
Casaloma, Casaloma, bro.
I
That was sick, bro. That was amazing. That was amazing, bro.
got you. I got you. Ready? Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Okay. Say you're in a jungle
Hmm.
and a lion comes trying to attack you. What you
Hmm.
doing? Your words are cave, scale, and victory.
Okay, so I guess the first question you gotta ask is, am I next to a cave? Because like, if we're talking about lions, chances are we're in a desert. I
Yup.
don't know if there are caves in a desert,
Are they in
but
the
I
desert? Are they in the forest? Are they in the rainforest?
oh forest. Okay, okay, okay. You know what? You got a point. It could be in the forest too. Well, first, okay, you gotta figure out if you could cave anywhere, right? Just like if there's a place, where you could hide just in case things go wrong. But that's probably not gonna happen, especially considering the fact that if you do hide or if you try to hide, you inevitably will lose, and victory just won't be on your side. So then
No,
you gotta see the scale of the situation. You gotta assess like on the scale what the situation is, and from there, probably run as fast as I could and hope I don't die.
yeah. Okay. Okay. That was
Yeah.
sick. That was sick. That was sick. That was sick.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
All right. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Your next question. All right. So we finished this conversation. All right. And you step outside the office and you find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $10 million. What would you do? Your words are taste, drive, and month.
First of all, I'm definitely going for a drive in my broke down car to get a new whip because I just won the lottery.
Hey.
Because like yo, a lot of these enemies need a good taste of my own medicine. They tasted their own medicine. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, like,
Yeah.
they kiss me and stuff. But listen, when I get the new whip, I'm about to get some nice food and it's gonna taste nice in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey.
listen, it's crazy that you said that because it could have happened this month too. Because like this month was
Oh,
like, it could have happened this month. You know, that would have been crazy. Like it happened this month, that would have been crazy. So,
bro. February. February is the month. That's it.
so
It's
baby,
our month.
here we go.
That's epic. That's
Uh,
epic, bro.
got you, got you. Okay, here we go.
All
Here we
right.
go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mhm.
Say you're in the mall.
Okay.
A mall cop comes up to you and says you stole $5,000 worth of goods. What are you doing?
All right. Okay. So first of all, I'm a straight up confront them. I'm gonna be like, yo, I did not steal $5,000 worth of good. I just stole a Monopoly set, and that size is pretty small. So
Okay.
how'd you see it, right? And I'm gonna look it straight in their eyes. I'm gonna be like, yo, I had a lot of joy doing that. I enjoyed that. There was a lot of joy in doing that. I must clarify here that I do not condone stealing of any
Yeah, I
sort.
was like, no good though.
Just
Yeah,
need to, I need to make that very clear. I also do not do that here. This is strictly for answering this question's purpose. Okay, that's it.
and your last word is size. So joy, size, and monopoly. What's the you
No, I did. No, I did say size. Yeah, because like the size of the Monopoly. I'm
Okay,
90% sure I said it. Yeah.
okay. That's kind of smooth. That's kind of smooth.
Yeah. I'm gonna check again later on, and if I messed up, that's a point off. But I'm pretty sure I said it. I'm pretty sure I said it. All right. You ready? Ready for your next question?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So you are taken to a deserted island. Okay. All your human needs are met, so like food, water, and shelter. Okay. They're all taken care of. What two items would you want to have with you? And your words are isle, mountain, and verdict.
I mean, first of all, I would want fresh water, but I have to get that from the mountain because if you
Uh,
go to the mountain peak, you can get fresh water from the mountain peak.
Okay, okay,
Like, I need to have that fresh water with me first, and then the second
true.
thing, I'd
Bottled water won't do it.
exactly, I probably need that. The second thing
Yep.
I'll probably need is shoot, I don't even sure, probably a judge, because like at that point, like if I ask the judge, hey, what's my verdict of like what's the verdict here? Because bro, like am I here because like I got put into like an island being like, is this like a prison for me? Like what's going on? Like I didn't have no fair say to be here. So I need a judge to tell me, listen, you're here because of this reason. He needs to tell me the verdict. Like what's going on? You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
Because it's like, listen, there's no food here. I need a grocery store with a couple of aisles in it, bro. If there's no grocery
All
store,
right.
I have no food to eat.
Respect. There you go. You got it, bro. You got it. That's amazing. All right, let's see.
If you won $1.2 billion, what is the first three things you're doing with that money? Your words are frightened, sheet, and performer.
All right, so I've always wanted to be performer, like whatever, regardless of what it is. I've always wanted to be one, right? So there are a couple different things you could do. Like performing the big stage would be the dream, but it's kind of frightening. I'm not even gonna lie,
Okay.
especially seeing all these people, all around and whatnot. But then I thought about it. I was like, huh. Actually, I just want to bake. I want to get a baking sheet and just like bake. Like I know it's a lot of money, and just like baking seems pretty basic, but like sometimes with all that money, you just want to store it or like reinvest it so that you have that financial security.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. I don't know how I jumped from there to
Yeah, I don't know, man, but okay.
there. All right, cool. So, my last question for you. How much would you charge to wash every window in Toronto and why? Your words are testify, opera, and diamond.
I charge one diamond. Because,
Okay.
bro, that's a good, reasonable currency. A diamond, bro? Like, yes, that's some dollars right there. That's like 500. Like, that's some money, bro. Like, I can testify from that because if you have a diamond, you go to a pawn shop, you can really get some good money from that. You know what I mean? Like, I
Okay.
remember I took my girl to the opera and like I gave her this diamond necklace because I was like, yo, why not? Like, yo, here you go. And even she could testify saying, listen, like this diamond necklace they gave me was crazy. So
You killed that so much to the point you used every word twice. That was epic.
drop. Nice drop.
Respect, yo. I respect the shit out of that. That
What?
was great.
Here, what is your favorite? Okay, what is your dream car in the future? Your words are zero, beach, and lily. What is your dream car in the future, and what are you gonna do with that dream car in the future?
All right. So, dream car. Well, in terms of dream car, right? I very much value, the environment and whatnot. And so because of that, one of the important things I'm gonna be looking for is that it does have zero emission. That's very, very important to me.
Okay.
And obviously, like if it's a dream car, I do want to be living a dream life. So I definitely would want to go to the beach, but not any beach. Like I want a beach where like on the side or like in a small place, maybe not on the beach, but like next to the beach, right? There's a little pond, and on that pond, there's a lily pad on the pond. You know what that means? You know what that reminds me of? Actually, I don't know what that reminds me of, but it reminds me of something.
Okay, like a
But
tractor.
yeah,
Like, you know, like a
I-
rocker. Like
Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. That's what it reminded me of.
Okay,
I don't know why, but it did.
okay. I
That was epic. That was amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Um, perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. All right, so we're gonna jump into the second part. So this second part is just gonna be me asking you, different questions to, get to know you a bit better and a bit about, what you do and whatnot. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So my first question to you is, how would you like to introduce yourself to someone who's meeting you for the first time?
So if I would have to introduce myself to someone meeting me the first time, I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Right? I'm just that person. Like I tell them, like I'm just that person who is very selfless and cares for other people a lot, and you can see it by my actions. And my my vision or my goal in life is to provide value to those who don't think they're valuable. So that's kind of what I do, and I kind of just has the whole premise of everything. And like my motto, like my hashtag is unspoken. And I don't know if you guys know, but like unspoken books, unspoken truth, unspoken
Mhm.
talents is all unspoken because I feel like me as a person, like even like growing up and stuff, I felt like I was always unspoken, and
Right.
I feel like I have a voice to this tell people about things that no one wants to talk about, or speak the truth, the
Right.
unspoken truth that no one wants to talk about. So
Right.
that's
Love
that.
that. Love that. Love that. All right. So, what's something that people seem to misunderstand about you?
It's a big question. Um, I feel like people misunderstand how much I would go out of my way for someone, even if I don't know them. I think people don't understand that about me. Like I there was times where I bought a tent for a homeless man, and people were like, "Why
Mm,
would you do that? That's so random. That's not safe." And but I'm like, he needed it. Like, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and but people will never
No.
understand. That's one thing that I realized that family, anybody, just will never understand why I go out of my way to do things for people.
Right.
I'll go out of my way to call people, like I do things I need to do, like
Mhm.
random people, message random people, call them back, like stuff like that, because I want to be that person I never had when I was growing up.
That's
And at this point, people will never understand that. I don't think they'll ever understand. That's why my intentions are always so different towards things because people will never understand. But yeah.
yeah. See, bro, I respect the shit out of you, and I feel like we do have a bit of a culture where we look down upon homeless people, where we're like, if they're home, we dehumanize them.
Mhm.
And I actually try to look at things from their perspective, try to put myself in their shoes, try to put myself in their shoes. I haven't like I'm never gonna fully be able to, but I just pictured myself sitting down on the street. And I'm like, huh, watching all those people pass by, not a single one of them acknowledging, right? You look at from their perspective of all the things from their perspective, all the things that everyone else has that they don't have. There's a lot of, especially, you know what doesn't get talked about enough? The mental health aspect of that,
Yep.
right? When you because for that stage you feel like, okay, you feel less valued, you feel like you're not worth it, you feel inhumane, and no one should feel inhumane.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
true.
So respect, big ups to you for that, bro. Respect. Um, okay, here's another one. What advice would you give your younger self?
The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And what I mean by that is if you are lazy in one part of your life, you're going to be lazy somewhere else in your life. If you're not healthy somewhere in your life, you're not going to be healthy somewhere else in your life. If you're not clean somewhere else in your life, you're not going to be clean. It just goes vice versa for everything, right? That's why it's so important to keep your room clean. As you can see, my room is pretty clean. As you can see, like it's just like it's a mindset thing because what I realize is in life, you're gonna realize that there's a lot of things that you have to get done, or like a lot of tasks you have to get done. And if you're not able to focus on an area of life where you gotta fix and work on, that area is always gonna be quote unquote broken. That area is
Mhm.
always gonna be it's always gonna be an issue in that area. So if you don't fix that area, attack it head on, then
Yeah.
it's always gonna be like that. And this funny thing is, you're not gonna see it now, but if you, I promise you, give it like a couple months, you'll see the effects of, for example, you being lazy enough to say, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it after, do it after. You'll see that come up in somewhere else in your life. And you look at yourself and be like, yo, why am I acting like this? Why am I doing this? Because you never fixed it back then when you're going through like something as little as cleaning your room or something as little as folding your sheets or like just spreading your bed, something as simple as that, right? That's
Yeah.
why I'm consistent with many things because I decided to be really consistent about like making my videos on Instagram, making my TikTok videos, all those different things, being consistent with it, right? And I realized since I'm consistent in doing this, I I end up being consistent in doing this because it's the same feeling that's causing me to be consistent. So the way you do one thing is the way you do everything.
That was epic. That was really. Thank you, man. Thank you for that.
You're
I, was, I like that concept did resonate with me before, but I feel like I kind of forgot about that concept. And now that you brought it up, I'm looking at it again. And it's like, wait, yeah, that is the case.
Yeah.
That is the case. Definitely. All right. One more question before we jump into the book.
Okay.
What should I ask you that I didn't know enough to ask?
Why do you do everything you do?
Okay, you want to go ahead and answer that?
Okay, I'll answer that. I say that because I guess a lot of people like see quote unquote like me as successful or something because with the followers or whatever and like stuff like the views or whatever. And it's deeper than just me quote unquote getting these views and followers, bro. Like I can tell you straight up that for me, it's a lot deeper than that. It's like the reason why I make these videos, the reason why I make everything I do is because I want to show the world that there are people who genuinely love you, even if you don't know them, and who care for you if you don't know them. And a lot of people won't understand that concept. A lot of people won't understand that concept of like, how can you love a random stranger? How do you treat random people like this? How do you do this? Like it's because everybody's going through something. Everybody's struggling in some type of way. Everybody's going through a problem. But if you don't acknowledge that, then you can be fueling that fire that they're dealing with simply by the way you act and the way you treat them. So that's why when I make these videos and everything, that it's not just like, oh, I'm putting a club. No, I'm doing it because I genuinely want to see people grow and be better in life. Like, you know, many people go through problems and issues and struggles and tribulations and stuff like that, and no one to talk to or no advice to give and anything like that.
Mhm.
So that's why it's so important for what I'm doing. Because the amount of times people tell me like, yo, bro, you helped me with this, you changed my life with this, bro. Like one guy, I'm never gonna forget this. If you listen to his name, David. This guy literally DM'd me and said, yo, I just took a bunch of pills. I just wanted to say thank you for treating me as a person. And this is just because I was on TikTok live one day and I was just like, yo, bro, I appreciate you. Just know that you're amazing. And he's like, bro, that changed my life. And he's like, if I don't wake up tomorrow morning, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done. I met this guy. Met this guy. I just said it on TikTok. Just like, oh, like, I hope you're amazing or whatever. And that hit me. And it showed me that like, it doesn't matter how you're feeling all the time. If someone is dealing with something, no matter, you have to approach every situation with a positive mindset. And every situation, striving to spread love to people, because you never know. Everybody's going through something, some type of thing. It's just that people are better at hiding it than other people.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow. Thank you. That was very, very, very eye opening. No, like honestly, that was really, really eye opening. I think it was just leads really nicely into the book that you released, which congratulations on officially coming out there. That book was amazing. I do want to talk to you a bit about it though. So every page or every time you flip a page, you get a different character, like a different person. So my understanding is that you want it to be as inclusive as possible, as diverse as possible, so that everyone feels like they're included and no one's left out, like regardless of who you are. Which, by the way, for those of you, in case you don't know, this book is directed towards kids. And so actually, why don't I let you tell them what the book is about? Yeah.
Okay, so the book's called I'm Amazing, and it's a children's book. And it's meant to help children of every ethnicity, every race, to understand that they're amazing with whatever they're good at, whatever you're good at. It doesn't matter. You're still amazing. You're still special. Because there's so many, and it encourages kids to find what they're passionate at a young age. because there's so many people that I hear all the time saying, yo, I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I'm passionate about, bro. And I'm like, you're like 20 something and you don't know what you're good at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, and to me, I'm almost so baffled. I'm like, what do you mean? You don't know. You've been through like kindergarten, grade one. You've been through middle school, high school, and you don't know that you're good at something. And I'm like, why is that? And I'm like, because people never, here's the thing, people look at other people and judge themselves and say that they're not doing enough, for one. And for two, they never actively search for things to actually get involved and do something that they actually love to do. Like, for example, in high school, there's so many different clubs you can get involved in. A lot of people are just like, nah, I'm going to high school and get my grades cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then those that actually join clubs started realizing, oh, I like this, I don't like this. I started getting into these different things, right? So that's why I wrote the book, because if I started at a young age, I know they can influence children at a young age to start thinking like that, start loving themselves and loving what they do, and actually give them more ideas of what they could do. You know what I mean? Like I put like swimming, I put basketball, I put soccer, I put baseball, all these different sports. Yeah, I put soccer, all these different things, right? And if a kid might be like, yo, honestly, I want to try swimming. Mom, let's go try swimming. Next, become a next Olympian. You never know, right?
Literally.
So that's why I made that book, because I want kids to understand that from a young age. I don't want people to be like, yeah, man, I don't know what I'm good at. And I'm like, you don't like a sport? Nah, man, I don't know. So you have no excuse at this point. So that's kind of why I wrote the book.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And again, I like how it caters to everyone. Like everyone, like there's not like you gonna feel like you fit into at least one of them, right? Or at least you could relate to one of them, which is absolutely amazing. And I really, really like the touch at the end where you let them somewhat build their own. I feel like that's probably the coolest part of the whole book, because it's like, okay, you get to see all these different people and their all just different characters and their experiences, and now you get to be one of them.
Jeez,
right?
It's so true, because that's what it is. Like the last time when you can write in what your name and write what you're good at and what you're amazing at. It just you're literally one of the characters at that point.
Yeah,
put into the book,
and then it feels great. Like that already at that stage, you feel included. You feel like. You feel valued as well, which I know it's something that you're, very much pushing for, which is absolutely amazing. I'm glad to hear that. What is the one thing that you want adults to take away from this book?
I want adults to take away that it's never too late to figure out what you're good at too. Like even if it's a kid's book, the adult can read the book too and be like, dang, what am I good at? What am I amazing at? What did I do when I was a kid? Type thing. You know what I mean? So I adults can take away that no matter what, you still got to figure out. It doesn't matter if you're like 35, 45, 60, 90. It doesn't matter. You got to still figure out.
Hold on, 90?
Yeah, 90, because people be living out here. And it needs to know how old. You just need to know what makes you amazing. And what makes you
Right. So what advice would you give to someone? Let's say someone's let's say in their 20s and they haven't figured their things out, right? And they read your book and they're like, now I want to figure out what I'm good at. But they haven't had the experiences already, in like high school and university and whatnot. What would you suggest to them?
I would say just Google a lot of things of like what you think has your interest. Because either way, there's always something that piques your interest.
That's true.
Like you can never say, "Oh, I'm not interested in anything." Like you can never say that. Like you may not be completely interested in into investing or something, but it still piques your interest. You're like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And I recommend all you have to do is try it. Yeah. That's it. Whatever thought you have. I want to try to be a YouTuber. I try it. I want to be a TikToker. I try it. Try it. Like, bro, that's the main thing. Too many people are thinking about ideas and trying to write things down and plan things out, bro. The best way to plan something out is by applying the action.
Absolutely.
That's the best way to plan something out, because you will never know how something's going to turn out if you never apply it. You will never know. You can plan out until you turn like 75. You can do whatever you want. And at the end of the day, you will never know what it actually feels like, because you never spent time to plan it out. And you never spent time to actually apply it. So that's why it's so important to just If you're in 20, if you're 20s or you're in your 20s or 30s or whatever age you are, just try it. Whatever you want to do, just say, I'm gonna do it, whatever, and do it. Like it's one of those. Like it's one of those.
Yeah.
Like just don't limit yourself and say, you know what? I'm not gonna hold myself back. I'm just gonna do it. And just do it and see how far you get.
Oh.
If it doesn't work out, then move on to the next thing. But if
Yeah.
it starts working out, start picking up traction, stay consistent. If it starts picking up traction, stay consistent. The number one thing people don't ever do is stay consistent. And that goes back to the same point I said. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. If you can wake up every morning, and make your bed every single morning, that's building your consistency. You know what I mean? So that means
Right.
like if you can do that every morning, that means if you want to start a YouTube page, you can post a video every Friday at 8 p.m. because you built a consistency to make your bed every morning. Like it's that deep. It goes to your subconscious mind. It's that type of level.
Yeah.
So,
Which
yeah.
is great. That's amazing. And I just want to throw out this tip. So for me personally, like during the lockdown and stuff, a platform that I used was Skillshare. Not sponsored. Maybe one day. Fortunately, it's not sponsored yet, but it is a platform that I do use. And they do have a lot of helpful classes. Literally for anything, like literally, if you could think about it, there's a very, very good chance it's on there. And it's really, really helpful in terms of, expanding your horizon, in terms of learning about new things. And like there's a free trial for it, right? Use the free trial. If you enjoy it, like feel free to go to like for paying the subscription. I think it's like $20 a month or something like that. For me, I've been on the subscription for 6-7 months now, and I'm fully enjoy. I learned so much from there, and I highly encourage. Even if you don't use Skillshare specifically as a platform, there are a lot of other platforms like it where you get, well, for a fraction of, I guess, a university course price or something along the lines of that. For a fraction of that, you do get most of, or a good amount of, the information that you could learn there, just except at your own convenience and at a much cheaper price. Yeah. All right. Did you have any last words? Anything at all that you wanted to close us off with?
The last thing I would say is don't let society limit your abilities. At the end of the day, all that matters is if you want to do it. If you want to do something, that's enough. Like, you don't need no validation from anybody. You don't need no validation, even from your family, but you don't need that validation. I'm telling you straight up. If you want to do it, do it. And when I say do it, I mean apply it and put in the action to make it happen. And if you don't want to do it like right away and make it happen, start small. Make a YouTube page. Say, I'm gonna post every day on Fridays. Put in your calendar, write it down in your calendar every Friday. Make it as practical as that. Thursday night, I'm gonna shoot the video. I set your camera up Wednesday. Cool. Thursday night, shooting the video. Put 4 notifications in your phone. I'm shooting a video tonight. Like, it's one of those, bro. Like, I have notifications set up in my calendar. So every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I have one that says post a real video of me, like for my recap from my last week video. And then another on Thursday, which is today, post the quote, or like it's a quote to represent new videos coming up. And then Friday, post the video at 8:30 p.m. And I've been doing that for 45 weeks straight.
Nice.
Straight. Like, I haven't missed a day. Like, bro.
Love that.
And it's only because I reminded myself. I think a lot of people are not consistent because they don't remember.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's as simple as going into your calendar on your phone and just typing in, remind me at this is this. Don't try to remember everything. You'll never remember everything, bro. I promise you.
Yeah.
Write down stuff in your calendar, write it in your phone, and you'll remember it. But like I said before, don't ever let someone stop you from chasing your dream. It's your dream, not their dream.
100%. All right. With that being said, thank you so much to everyone for listening, watching. However, remember, this podcast is going to be available on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Music, and any other major platform. Huge shout out to my boy Timothy Smokes for all the wisdom that he dropped, for a very enjoyable session. And Can't wait for the next podcast. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.